Hello, this is Temporwhal, and this is Bruce Lee, Honest, Bandai Kits, and this is the high-grade Universal Century Zaku 2 F-Type Solari RFV from the Netflix adaptation of, its own story. Anyways, so this is a weathered kit. Start off, and you see the coloring. It's a bit darker in person than it is on screen, but I do got that natural lighting today. To begin this video here, we will go over what I did to it, the looks, the articulation, accessories, and the somewhat unbiased conclusion, which will be based on the whole of the kit, over what I did to it and stuff. So let us start off with what I did to it. So I applied all the decals that I had, which I will bring over. I got these off of AliExpress, and they are water-slide variants of the decals that come with the kit. As for what else I did to it, I used a weathering kit, which I will also show. Anyways, so here's the weathering kit that we have. It is one from Hobby Lobby, and I mainly used all three, but mainly used rust and metal. For the silver, I applied it on some of the joints and a lot of the piping. For the metal, I applied it all over, just to darken up the plastic since it's a bit light. And finally, the rust, I also applied all over the whole kit, along with mainly the reds, after putting silver and then some more of the rust. This thing took me a couple hours, but I think it came out quite well. Anyways, let's go on to more of what I did to it. So, closer look to it. I did paint the eye with a pink Gundam marker. I also painted some gray parts into what it needs to be done there, along with the yellow and black on the shoulder. And, there's some hollow gaps in there. I also pen aligned it with the brown for the brown parts, and the black for the light gray, beige, or what it's called. The decal here, I should have weathered it before I applied the decal, so there's a little white spot there. But this one ended up super good as well. I also painted the little weapon rack there, a bit red in the front, and used the decals. Anyways, here are the looks of it. This thing looks very intimidating, and without all the weathering, I think it'd look much worse compared to what it actually looks like right now. So, with it all weathered, I think it looks way better compared to, let's just say, the plastic that it came with. This is the original color, so it's much darker than before. But anyways, the piping compared to regular Zaku is a lot different, but it does help the articulation a lot. The bigger shield does look really nice with the machine guns on there as well. And the head, the monolith, actually looks pretty cool. So there's that. Now, let's get on to the articulation, which is somewhat of a strong point for this guy, but not entirely. Head is on, standard, it's on a hinge ball joint combo, which you can get your full rotation, and you can look up about that far, look down about that far, and the mono eye does move. To do that, take off the mono eye. There's a little wheel, a little track here. You can move it pretty left to right. Except when I do it, it does want to do it. So there's that. And here are the weakest points of articulation here, the arms. Usually on the Zaku, they go up pretty far. These ones are just alright. And same on both arms. You can the arm up about that far. It's not very good compared to a lot of other Zakus. There goes the Heat Hawk. And this arm doesn't do any better. About the same, though. Torso can rotate almost all the way around. There is up and down and some side to side. You get a full rotation right here. And you get a double jointed bend, which is very nice right here. Someone is mowing their lawn right now. We have a ball jointed wrists. This is also on a ball joint. And the handle does indeed move up and down, so you can attach it and have the machine guns firing. Front skirts are like this, and they can go up a bit farther if you take off this and do this, so you get some revealing of the joints there. Anyways, the side skirts can go up a bit far, but you're not going to get much out of it. And they do like to clash with the front skirt. Back skirt doesn't move. This is just a connector point that connects the machine gun and the heat hawk. Legs are pretty cool. They can go all the way down like that, as you see right there, or go all the way back up, but here's the all the way down kick. It's alright. Kick to the back, it's alright. Back up, splits, barely anything. Here's the regular kick, also alright. Back kick, not existent. And, I'm sure the splits are a bit different, but you're not going to get that much on this guy. So the weakest aspects are definitely the legs and the arms. So you get a double jointed bend to the knee, which looks very nice since you get some good separation of the knee armor as well. And leg is on a little flip-flop joint, or what they're fucking called. And, it's pretty good. You do get movement of the armor flap there, but articulation-wise, it's alright compared to other older Zakus. But the looks are just definitely the strongest aspect of this guy. So now let's go on to the accessories. So first accessory we have here is the Zaku Heat Hawk, which is your standard Zaku Heat Hawk. I weathered it in a metallic metal here, silver on the blade, and a bit of rust everywhere else. And this can be held in the hand, like your standard other Zakus, just like that. And we do get 2 holding hands for both sides. I didn't do the holding hand for this part, but the open hand does look better. For what pose I'm going to put it in finally. Anyways, the last accessory we have here is, let me take off the hand, is our right hand trigger finger and our Zaku machine gun. So, Zaku machine gun looks like this. I think it's 4 parts, 5 parts. It's very detailed. I also weathered it with a brown on the tip, a bit more brown in a bit other places, but I don't think it shows that much after the top coat. And this slides in the hand at an angle, and well, there you go. The handle does move side to side, but that's about it. Anyways, the conclusion of this kit here. The looks are the strongest aspect of this guy. The articulation is pretty mid. Compared to other Zakus, like, for example, the old Char's Zaku, the arm articulation is much better than what we have here. But the 2020 Zaku probably has the best articulation of any Zaku. But if you're just going for looks or making a nice detailed Zaku, I'd go for this one. If you're going for one with good articulation and stuff, there's the Origin, there's the 2020 version, there's the other Zaku variants you can get. So get this if you want. If you like the design of it, then I could recommend getting it. But if you like a more detailed but more articulated Zaku, I just recommend getting the Origin one. Anyways, this has been Temporwhal with brutally honest Bandai kits featuring the high-grade Universal Sentry, Zaku F-Type Solari RFV, and the overall rating of this guy. Get it if you want, but I'm not gonna say much anymore. It's going on too long. Anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for next Thursday, or next Thursday, how things go now. And, well, goodbye.